Hey, everybody. I'm back. Not a reality update today. Just going to do a video about Bob. Not that Bob. Black owned businesses. Melanin money. So, I talked to a few of my friends and I'm going to give my perspective and just a couple little tips and not tips, a little experience give their experiences and their thoughts on black owned businesses and why we should support, and if we support, how we should support. And I'll go into that further later. So, with this whole George Floyd thing and this whole Black Lives Matter and supporting black businesses and just to, give black people the empowerment that white, Indian, Asian, every other race has. And I'm going to give my thought first because it's my channel. My thought is I don't mind supporting black businesses as long as it's quality and the customer service is there. I don't mind going to a black restaurant, but don't act like because I'm black that I know you're going to be late, or I know it ain't going to be all that because you don't have the equipment, or I know, don't assume that I'm the customer that's going to be cool with all the lackluster service is what I will say. So I'll give an example. So I love Jamaican food. I'm from New York, as y'all already know. And if you don't know, now you do know. And there are a lot of black businesses. There are a lot of restaurants. Everybody has a side hustle, whether it's making drinks in the pouches, whether it's, doing catering, whatever. Everybody has their thing. So there's a Jamaican restaurant in Virginia where I now live that it's a black man and his wife and maybe a couple of his, I don't know, family members or friends or something that help him out from time to time. Now, when I tell you this food is good, the food is good. What I don't care for is when I have to, if your hours on your page say 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., I expect me to go there at 2 o'clock and not have a problem on a Tuesday. I expect to go there at 6 o'clock and not have a problem. My tip I posted on Yelp is call before you come, because he will close early. He will not open at all. He just won't. And it's just like, okay. But I continue to go back because it's good food and I had a good experience initially. So I know the tips and tricks. But for people who are looking for good food, who I refer to him, I'm like, call first. Should I have to do that? No. Because when you go to, let me give another restaurant, Mission Barbecue. If their hours say 11 to 7, they're going to be open 11 to 7. You don't have to call. You don't have to check the website and all that kind of stuff. I did give him critique because that's what I do. I went to his Facebook. I mean, he doesn't even have Facebook. I said to him, hey, why don't you get Facebook so you can tell people I'm in today, we're open today, just so people know what to expect who have not been to you before. And he said, yeah, I'm not into that Facebook stuff. But he's been there for years and, clearly it's working for him. So, I support him to a certain extent. I've been looking for other places, but it's no place as good as his. And, I guess over time he will learn or people will stop coming. But everybody's review on his page is the food is great. So that's my experience with restaurants. Now with salons, I will say, being from New York, you already know if you go into a salon, you're going to be there all day. You're going to be there from 8 to 2, 8 to 4, and you will just sit there and wait because that's all you know. That's all you've been used to. And as I've gotten older, I'm like, this is not acceptable. I shouldn't be coming here getting breakfast, lunch, and dinner at the salon just to get a wash and wrap. So now my expectation is higher and I will not wait anymore. Like I used to go back to New York, get my hair done, and I know I was going to be here 3-4 hours and I was fine with that. But as I got older, I'm not waiting. If I come to your salon to get a wash and wrap, I expect me to be in the chair for you to comb me through, go wash me, blow dry me out, flat iron, and then I'm out. I don't expect me to get washed, sit in the chair, sit under the dryer with deep conditioner for hours, and then wait and then wait while you have 3, 4 people in the chair getting their hair done, their finger waves, or whatever, their ponytails. And I'm just sitting here like, I was here like 2 hours ago. And they're just okay with it. So supporting black beauty salons has become a struggle when in New York. Here they have the salon plaza, salon lofts where it's just you and that individual and their attention is solely on you. And the price is comparable. Like you can't, now in New York, granted, you can pay $15, $20 for a wash and blow and wash and wrap, and you know you're going to be there all day, but $15, $20, do you really care? No. So that's a piece of it that I can say where's the con. People get comfortable and don't care about the clientele anymore because they know you still going to be there and you still going to come. And some New Yorkers' mentality is, you need me, I don't need you. And there's 1,000 salons up and down any block on any given day. So that's my 2 cents about that. I have supported black businesses in buying product, and I haven't had a problem. So I can't comment on product per se because I know who I deal with, and everybody that I ask, like, have you bought from them? Have you experienced this from them? Before I get into something, because I know sometimes black people have the tendency to just be very laid back. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, they'll get it. Yeah, it's all right. It's whatever. And that's what it is. So I talked to one of my other friends about her restaurants, and she had went to a barbecue spot where she lived, and she said, "Not now. Let me go back. All black businesses are not the same. I know that. What I'm saying, the reason behind this post is for black people to be more aware of who your customer is, what you're trying to gain, what your end goal is. If you're just trying to do this for a couple quick few $100s for a month and you don't care about maintaining or retaining customers, okay. So anyway, so my friend said she went to a barbecue spot. It's pricey, but the food is really, really good. What she said her problem is when you get there, she called on the phone to do a call ahead, and cousin Nika answered the phone like, hello, how about good morning, thank you for calling X, Y, and Z, how can I help you? That didn't happen. That was 1. 2, the woman put her on hold. She was on hold for like 5 minutes, never came back. She had to hang up and call and just say, I'm just calling to see if you guys are open. And I was on hold for 5 minutes. And the person was like, okay. Like, my apologies for your long delay. If you are a black business and want more clientele, because we all know bad news travels faster than good news. So you will get ripped a new one online, social media, Yelp. And when she got there, they weren't apologetic. It was just like, yeah, and here's how much your order costs. Like, that's disrespectful. That's not professional. And if you are short-staffed, make sure the person you have covering lets people know that I'm just helping out for the day. Give me some time. I'm trying to work through this. So the person on the other end of the phone or in front of your face can say, I'm going to give her a chance because she's just told me she's new. So I'm trying to give her a chance, because we all know at every job we've been at, we have not been the best day 1 or day 2. Okay. So, my other friend says she offers support in black businesses. She hasn't experienced bad service. She orders jewelry from another great person. I order from the same person because you get the good customer service, you get responses by text message, and their product is almost better than other costume jewelry places that we have shopped at together. And she will always support them if they give her good service. And she will give people second chances. And I agree. I'm not one to say, oh, my oxtail wasn't good, or they only gave me 6 instead of 7. I ain't going to them no more, because guess what? When you go to Wendy's, McDonald's, do you say that? No. You still go right back to Wendy's and McDonald's and just make sure your order is right the second time or the third time or the 100th time. So I would hope people would still do the same with black businesses, because they could be just starting out where they didn't have the money or the funds to get the top of the line point of sale system or the top of the line online ordering system. So there are kinks to get worked out with new businesses. It's not going to be 100% day one, because we already know other businesses who start out have the same problem, whether it's customer service, whether it's getting your order right, packing the right utensils, asking the right questions. It's a learning process. So my hope is that people support black businesses and give them a chance to get off the ground and running. Now, if they're nasty, it's a whole other problem. Another one of my friends said she doesn't like that they up the prices too much and they give you little to nothing. So her experience was great food, like delicious food, but she had to pay $8 for like this much of banana pudding, and the bananas was black. That's a bit excessive, because we all know banana pudding don't cost $8 to make it in bulk. You can, come on. So I agree with her there. If you're going to charge $20 for, let's say, a fried chicken dinner, fried chicken, two sides, cornbread, and then an extra $8 for dessert. I'm paying almost $30 for a meal, and y'all gave me, I'm still hungry after. You got to do better. I don't mind, and she doesn't mind paying for quality, but you have to have the quantity as well. Now, whether that means you give me extra macaroni and cheese because that's something I can stretch, or is it you're giving me more vegetables because that's something that can stretch, it doesn't cost that much, do what you got to do, but you can't expect people to continue to patronize your business if you are not giving quantity and quality. Again, initially in the beginning, it's a learning curve, and you have to know your audience and know what you're going to do and know your demographic. That's another big thing. You can't throw, like, there's a restaurant near me, Jamaican restaurant. There's not a lot of Jamaican. It's predominantly in a white area, I will say, and they don't know Caribbean food. So you can put that in that area because they don't know any better. And to them, oh, this is the best thing in the world. And to people who do find that, like, come on, really? Did I just pay $35 and I only got 2 oxtails and so much rice? Like, come on, where we at? But I get it. You have to, your community is predominantly white. They will pay more because they think it's something eclectic and something new and something fresh and something hip. So they don't know any better. So to them, that's a steal. But we know better. And then my other comment was, like, I think I said it earlier, if you get a bad sandwich from McDonald's or Wendy's and you get sick, do you go back tomorrow? No. Do you go back next week? Probably not. But you'll give it a month or two before you go back. But you will go back. So why will you not do the same for a black business? Just a question. Just a question. No, I'm not pointing fingers. I'm just asking a question. And people will say, oh, I'm not going to go to black business because they all act like ends, or they don't care about that. Some businesses do. Some do. Some will treat you like, yeah, I don't need you. And what else you need? There's no apology. There's just no good customer service, I will say. And I think if people gave better customer service, that would go a long way with people and supporting them and continuing to spend my melanin money on your black-owned business. And like I said, if you want to give critique to help people out, lift them up. What do they say? You don't want to put somebody down without giving them a hand to lift them up. Lift them up gently. Critique them. I'm one to be honest and brutally honest. Sometimes if they ask the question, I will say, here's the pros, here's the cons, here's what they could do better. It may help, it may hurt. But how will you know you're not doing good if no one tells you? How will you know if no one says, oh, it was good, but I ain't going to put him down, but I'm going to just support him just to give him $30. But is that helping his business, and is that helping the next person? No. Help the next person in the next stage of life or the next order so he can say, oh, yeah, she did tell me that I didn't give enough. Let me give a couple more pieces of whatever. Let me give a little bit more vegetable, a little bit more starch, just to think about what the previous person said that made my order, because that one person can change your whole business. And I think as black-owned businesses, as start-outs, you do what you can do, but I think if you provide better customer service where necessary, that it will help grow and expand your business. So, with that said, do you support? Do you not support? If you support it, what do you think is the problem? If there's a problem, have you had more problems with black businesses than you have with a white business? Because again, we know we order, let's use Amazon. You order everybody, the majority of people have Amazon Prime, and they have this 2-day shipping guarantee or even next day. Sometimes you don't get it the next day or a couple of days. Sometimes they lose the orders. You get pissed off. They give you a promotional $5 credit, but you're still shopping on Amazon the next day. So what's the difference between that? Because it's a mega company, then you dealing with, Jerry's Fish Shack, where he forgot to give you 4 pieces of fish and he gave you 3, and you saying, "Oh, I ain't gonna support him no more. He didn't give me no more fish." Like, what's the difference? Just something to think about. So let me know your thoughts, but always remember, don't put anybody down without extending a hand to help them up, and gently critique black businesses, and spend your melanin money and help your fellow brothers and sisters out. And to the business owners, customer service, customer service, customer service is key. Do all you can do to make people feel better about shopping with you until you get to that point. And when you get to that point, don't forget those people and don't forget where you started from. That's all I have. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you are a black business, post your business in the comment section and we can big you up and support you. But just remember the things we just talked about. Bye.